This video is sponsored by Restaurantware. In it, we are talking about commercial condiment caddies, specifically this one by Bar Luxe. It's a great little condiment caddy with a sleek black and clear design. The one we have is the 3-compartment option, but you can get it with 3, 4, 5, or 6 compartments. One thing to note, the size of the caddy will remain the same, right? It's about 19.6 inches wide by 6.3 inches deep and 3.7 high, right? Meaning that if you order one with more compartments, those actual compartments themselves will be smaller. So this is a great thing to have on hand if you have a bar, right? Traditionally, these are used for the garnishes. You can put your cherries, limes, olives, oranges, lemons, whatever, down in there. They're easy to grab to top off your drinks with. They have these nice plastic, right, little compartments that just go right down in there, meaning that they're easy for prep, storage, to refill, to pull out, to clean, right? Which is fantastic in a bar setting. At the end of the night, things can get really nice and sticky, so you always want to make sure you're pulling everything out, cleaning it really well, getting ready for the next day. And this is a great thing for it because it can all be wiped down. The inserts can be pulled out, popped in the fridge, right? I always cover mine with some plastic wrap. But if you're using these for other uses as well, they're fantastic, right? So whether you're running maybe a taco truck, doing things like nachos, a pizzeria, if you're doing toppings for things like burgers and hot dogs, and you want to access those ingredients quickly, whether it's sauces, spices, seasonings, garnishes, or condiments, you want to think about how many different ones you're using, right? Make sure they're in reach, and the volume you're using them in, because probably the worst thing to do is to have to refill these all the time, right? You want to make sure that there's enough product in there that you can easily grab what you need without having to stop and refill a lot, right? Because that increases our time and decreases our efficiency. So if you have quite a few condiments to use, think about how often and how much you're using them, because while having 6 out in that little space is great, sometimes it might be better if you're going to use those in big volume to just have 2 of these. So have 2 3-compartment caddies so that you can really get at it, especially if you're doing things like toppings for pizza where you're probably grabbing a handful at a time instead of an individual piece, right? But this offers you a lot of great options. They fit well on countertops, bars, tabletops, right? They just kind of snug right in there. They don't take up a lot of space. They don't attract a lot of attention, right? And fantastic, you can keep things from getting contaminated, especially if you're in an environment like a bar or a pizzeria where maybe there's flour going everywhere, right? That nice little clear lid allows you to see what's in there, also how much you've got, and also keep things like foreign debris, like maybe a little flour, from getting into your toppings, right? So these are a great item to have on hand, whether you're using them in a bar, restaurant, food truck setting, or even if you're just trying to step up your bar game at home.